Right, before the cooking starts, just want to wish everyone a happy new year. Gong Hei Fat Choi. Whether you're Chinese or Scottish, English, whatever, if you celebrate Chinese New Year, Gong Hei Fat Choi. And stay tuned after the cooking because I'll show you how you can germinate the chayote fruit as well. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, bye for now. Hi everyone and welcome to Cockroach Joy, and this episode I am going to introduce you to one of the Asian vegetables which is quite versatile. Use it for soups and you can stir fry and you can eat raw. I prefer to stir fry and use it for soup. It's called a chayote and this is it here. There we go, it's like a, resembles a bit like a, between an apple and pear kind of thing. So basically what I'm going to do is first of all show you how you can grow one of these. So stand by. So let's start by first of all boiling the water. A couple of bowls of water is required. Then you add in some salt with some chilli by heat in there and a knob of ginger. Now I'm using pork chop here to flavour my soup, but you can use chicken or use vegetable stock should you wish. If you're using meat, I would simmer it for 30 minutes, turn off the heat, let it cook at its own heat for another 30 minutes at least. And the meat should just fall off the bone thereafter. So I'm using my timer because I tend to forget, and the water just simmers away and nothing else. So 30 minutes, simmer, 30 minutes, rest. So now to the vegetable. Before we start cooking, I'm going to prepare this fruit for seeding. Using a sharp knife, we're just going to go around this fruit, taking care not to put your knife right into the middle because that is where the seed is. So just carefully just go around it. The seed is actually about a couple of mil, a centimetre away from the bottom there. Give it a wee twist just to loosen it off. And then using a knife, just carefully go around, prising it like clamshell. Once it's wide enough, you can have a look inside, just to make sure you're not going to open the seed. Just cut around it. It's definitely like an oyster, isn't it? Really. So once it comes off, you'll see that the seed is still intact. What we then do is use a knife to go around it, just around the seed, cutting a bit into the flesh, and if it doesn't pop out, as it hasn't done here, use a spoon and scoop it out. It should come out quite nicely this way. As you can just about see, it's like so. And that is your seed pod. Now, what you then do is you put this into a kitchen towel. A damp kitchen towel, put into a polythene bag, seal it, and then put it into a cool place away from direct sunlight. Then after a couple of weeks you'll start seeing the roots. I'll show you once the cooking is done what you should do with it as it progresses, as it starts to root. Right, now that's done. Well, first of all, just put it aside. How we're going to prep this vegetable is we're going to remove the skin first. Just use a normal potato peeler and take the skin off. You'll notice that when you peel it away, the fruit does leave a slight kind of, I don't know how to describe it, it's a funny kind of residue. It will wash off your hand without any problems and it doesn't agitate you. The thing with this vegetable is if you don't remove the skin when you cook it, it does become a bit tough kind of way. So do remove it. And you can use the peel as compost. It breaks down very, very easily. Right, once that is done, I'll just move that aside. We're going to cut this up into bite-size chunks. just like so. I do have a bigger knife, but since I've been using this, I'm just, instead of cleaning up more things, more utensils, I'll just use the same knife, and it does cut very easily. Once this cooks, it's actually, the vegetable is very soft, it does melt in your mouth, so and you only need to cook it for something in the region of 30 to 40 minutes, and it'll be perfect for eating. So that's it all cut. Now what I put into the soup is purely preferences. What I've got is fried tofu, fried fish cake, or else you can use king prawns should you wish. So the soup has been back on boil again after 30 minutes of simmering. Just going to put all these back in. Yep, all we're going to do is put all these ingredients into the soup. Including the chayote, which I've cut up and steeped into water just to keep it nice and moist whilst the soup was reboiling. Right, additional seasoning is white pepper and fish sauce. Yes, fish sauce. It might stink when you first smell it, but put into soup, it tastes absolutely brilliant. Now bear in mind that fish sauce has got salt in it already, so that's why I only put in such a small amount earlier on. Next, also threw in some of the fried tofu, and I would now simmer it for at least another 30 minutes. Put into low heat. And I said, about 30 minutes time, it'll be ready. I'll take out the pork chop. Oops, just fell off the chopsticks there. As you can see, after that small amount of time, the pork chop just like falls to bits. This is just a chopstick with least amount of effort. Generally I would use, I normally have rice with this, however, I've since discovered these noodles. This is rice noodle, it's pre-made and quick frozen. So all you have to do is boil a pot of water, put a noodle in, let it boil away. After it starts boiling up, leave it for another minute, and then it's ready to be served. As you can see, my bowls are all ready there, and just give it a quick stir. Don't have to put anything in the water, no salt or nothing like that. Once it's done, just sieve it out, pour it into a sieve. And that slab of noodles actually done me and my missus. If you're a big eater, then add two slabs obviously, and one for each person, but one slab did the both of us certainly. Yep, that's it. All you have to do is line the bottom of the bowls with some noodles, and then garnish the top with your shredded pork, your chayote, fried tofu, and with soy sauce. Yes, there is a couple of steamed gyozas there, being cheeky. And thereafter, just pour some of the soup in there. Instant food, delicious and healthy. How does it taste? Well, let's just say it tastes amazing. Even just watching it and redoing it is making my mouth water. I'm just going to put some chilli in there, adding some new depth to it as well. Right, this is day 10 after being put into the kitchen roll with the polythene bag over it, and as you can see, the roots are starting to come out. The surrounding flesh is starting to decompose, but it's okay. Okay, this is now day 14 of the Chayote actually. Chayote, of sprouting the seeds. Just bring out the bag, I'll show you. Still smells okay. It's very important you smell it obviously, but just to see if it's gone off. As you can see, I had two. This one has failed miserably. You can see the mould growing and it's gone all rotty, so that's dead. This one is totally different. As you can see, the main root has grown down, and what you're aiming for is it starts off with this wee tail and then it starts branching out, and that is the feeders, and that is when you know just to plant them into the soil. Without those feeders it can't really survive from experience. So just zoom in a bit, and all you want to do is, I'll just remove some of this. You want to do is carefully, you can see this, that's better. Carefully put that in the compost like that. Don't press it in because you don't want to damage the roots. And then what you want to do is just like layer that around the roots. Keep it away from the main plant itself. Press that down a bit. And what you want to do is really just water where the root is. Don't water the seed area. You want to keep that nice and dry now. What you could also do is, once you water it, just water this. Just slowly put it around. So once you do that, just basically put that bit of paper, tissue paper, and that will keep that bit moist. Then we'll just rinse that out a bit. And hopefully, through time, this bit there just comes around. As you can see, that should sprout out new roots. This bit should sprout out no new roots, some new leaves. Give it some time. So keep away from frost. Put into windowsill. Eventually that will sprout. Right, let's zoom in. Right, this is 7 days after I had potted. Come on, zoom in. Not zooming in, is it? Right, come on. There we go. This is 7 days after I've potted this seed in. Okay, so it is doing well. Also note that it is. I've written something to put at the bottom, that's okay. I will put a wee bit to grow still. And it's still too early even to put into greenhouse because it's still too cold. But this will do well. I'll stay indoors for the next couple of months. It's not even under the heat, so it's just daylight. So I hope you enjoyed that wee video on how to cook a chayote. If you like it, please share it and hit the like thumbs up. If you want more, let me know, and I will try and cook some more Chinese vegetables as the season goes along. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe.